Hey, young world, we are back here once again on Crate Diggers. My name is Verbz. I'm here with
Steez.
and we got another bop for you today.
Number bops.
So, on the last episode, we broke down, another classic.
Good times.
Vocal sample, good times. And this one, we're going to get into some dope vocal samples. I'm going to grab the record from Grand Puba. I Like It. I Want to Be Where You Are. 1995. Record 2000.
Let's do this.
Crate Diggers.
All right, young world. This is our record here today. This is a 12-inch single I got years and years and years ago from Grand Puba, from brand Nubian. It's from the album 2000, which came out in 1995. If that makes you think about where we were at in that era, we were just like way ahead. We didn't care. We're just like, it's at 2000. 95, it's 2000. We were just trying to you were trying to be the first person in with 2000. I mean, like,
multiple people did.
Right. There's the Chronic 2000.
Yeah.
There's Chronic 2001. There's all this issue there. So, like, people were trying to get on this millennium shit.
Early.
And so this one here, produced by Mark Sparks. Not that familiar, but Mark Sparks did this one.
Yep.
That's not you. That's somebody else.
It ain't me.
And yeah, this one's got a whole bunch of different versions on it. Let's pull the record out here. All right, so this is coming to us from Elektra Records. Let's see, we got the LP Dirty version. Well, that's the one we'll get into here. But
Oh yeah.
do you have any Grand Puba thoughts, feelings, inquiries, hot topics,
for sure? All of those
buttons,
Grand Puba, unique voice,
classic voice,
super fucking smooth delivery. Kind of a ladies' man in a way, when the way he describes his lyrics. Man, he is. He's kind of a staple in this era of, like, if you're bringing back people from the '90s, his lyrics, brand Nubian, Grand Puba, they get played.
Yeah.
One thing I definitely take from this record is it's really interesting, like what it sparks for me first. Not only is it another Tony Hawk record, which Tony Hawk 2, which
Tony
played
Hawk
all the time.
2 Underground, I think.
Oh yeah, Underground, because there was so many sequels to that incredible run of games, and those soundtracks.
Yeah.
But there was also a tape when you and I started getting into underground records. There's an artist who's a DJ for one of our favorite underground artists, Idea, who goes by DJ Abilities.
Shout out Max.
And DJ Abilities, not only one of the greatest performing DJs I've ever seen, probably the greatest performing scratch DJ I've ever seen. He used to release mixes too. It mixed songs that blended songs, instrumentals, and their acapellas to different records, but it was all blended together as one mix. And there was a De La Soul song that was mixed in with a different instrumental, and then it so unbelievably seamlessly just went into Grand Puba, I Like It. And I hadn't heard that song. I actually hadn't heard that song in full, and the way he mixed it in, it sounds, I don't know, other than just incredible. The way he was able to mix in hip hop soul samples and songs and things with so much feel all together at once, it put this in my mind as, well, Grand Puba, I Like It is a staple hip hop record. Yeah. And so that's kind of how I view it. Is it's right up there with a De La, a Tribe, Styles P, Prodigy. Like it just reminds me of this era of, like, expression plus sample plus soulfulness, and that verse, the first verse alone, is enough to seal the whole song. So that's just kind of my thoughts on Grand Puba on this record specifically, and what I remember of it.
Shout out to New Rochelle, New York, which is not a area of New York that gets shout out all the time.
Sure.
So yeah, Brand Nubian definitely fits into that kind of like the feeling of native tongues. It is, not as intensely hardcore.
Nope.
And it's playing MC games, right? He's talking about how dope he is, how skilled he is, how much game he's got. He's got more quarters than a laundromat, or more game than quarters in a laundromat. I think that's the line on this one. I've always loved the like kind of playfulness of this one. It's real easy and kind of laid back. It definitely
The vibraphone.
And it fits in kind of with the Gangstar stuff. It fits into this kind of like less aggressive New York era of MC rap, like true backpacker, the beginning of backpack rap. You know, I just think it's a classic groove. I do, you know what? Honestly, though, when you brought up that DJ Abilities mix, I remember how often songs like that would get baked into your head because of the mixes that we'd listen to. We'd listen to these DJ mixes, and they'd become almost like the song had to be played into the next song because, like, you knew, all right, it's gonna go from the DeBarge sample in this into I Like It, or well, however they did it. You know, that. You know, even for my own mixtapes putting together, it was like, or a mix CD where it would be like, all right, so I know as soon as the song ends, it goes into this song. And you listen to them so many times that you know those mixes by heart. And I think that Abilities one is definitely one that we both dove all the way in on.
I could play it 100 times. Still play it.
So we're going to kick this one off here. This is 1995's Grand Puba. I Like It. I Want to Be Where You Are. You know, the parentheses much longer than the actual title. I don't know if I would have ever pulled that other than I Like It.
Sure, no. But one thing I think I remember from this record before we get into it is the first verse seems to be like a staple hip hop song where you have this filled out verse with some player lyrics, some smooth lyrics. He even says, it's Grand Puba, honey. He's not just like introducing himself. It's in a very... He's got swag to it. And I feel like in the second half of this song, it drops off a little bit and a little bit of momentum. But I just want to hear it again just to kind of confirm that's that first half that's absolute fucking killer.
All right, Puba, are you falling off like Mark remembers? Let's hear this.
The second half. Let's hear it, though.
Let's go. Already got that swimming sound, that vibe, that soupiness that sounds like, you know, DJ Premier beats from this era. You know?
That was a good idea to bring up Gangstar.
Who is it?
Oh, and I love that right there, that horn chop. All right, I think it's a vocal sample.
It's a vocal sample, yeah.
Played like an instrument.
It's I Like It.
Right.
Shout out to Barge, too. This must be the instrumental.
Are we getting the instrumental? Let's run it back.
Brutal.
Let's run it back.
All right. So that was the instrumental. We'll go into the dirty version here. Let's see if we can get it. I like the little meet the baddest motherfucker in town.
Right on.
I've always loved those ones.
It's like a live club recording.
The one with that Drake uses of the DJ is like, I'd sound a lot better if y'all have more drinks. That one.
Yeah, amazing. It's like a filtered chop, and then you get the full spectrum of the bass.
Yeah.
I gotta turn this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I found it. I want you to meet the baddest motherfucker in town.
Right on. Who is it?
Well, it's Grand Puba, honey. With my man Stud Doogie, love.
Stud Doogie, the DJ for Brand Nubian. R.I.P.
Check it. I hit a flow all dipped in low. Sit back and sip mo as I count my dough. Grand Puba Maxwell, Doogie, coming with the New York. We keep it real like jail when we might talk. Honeys know cause when I'm in a set, Grand Puba is the one
that get there. Sheesh. Then it's all
baby. I made this one for the brothers in the
party. Dance.
Body to body.
One. Let's hear the steps. Step two. I was right about the swag. It's all play. It's all swag.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Be careful of the cheesers.
He has this. He has this like tone to his. It's time to leave this place.
Please don't even go there with that.
Dig it.
This one's designed to make the spine in your back whine. Grand Puba, nice setup
For you every time.
Right there. Right there. Just a timeless fucking verse.
And it's so New York, right?
It
Definitely is. That swag of New York.
That gave me a little chills. Just hearing that full first verse,
And you say,
unskippable.
Stay
Oh yeah, he sings into
too
it.
long.
Yep.
Be wishing I was gone.
because they wanna be
Where I are.
but you can't get that far. So stop wishing on the star. It's only one grand.
I love the out-of-tune singing.
What you did on the night you creep with me. It's no doubt I come real with that. The butter trap, the one that makes honeys hit the bed mat. I'm energetic, poetic, athletic, with good credit. So just move like I'm Simon.
And I said it.
You see, my flow is just a step ahead. I'm still wicked in the bed because I'm
Staccato
down
flow
like
there is
nasty
pretty
like
fun.
newlyweds. So back up and let me breathe, cause when it comes to getting down, I'm getting looser than a crackhead's hair weave. And I let your mind golly, while you never find a style like this if you search a million miles.
Alright, he's definitely funnier than I remember.
I hit a flow like Al Jarreau. See, I've been
It's definitely more like playful and fluid and
He's
freestyle-y.
quoted like 4 records already on
Yeah.
the second verse.
was too much for the brain.
But definitely, like I talked about Hood singing, doesn't need to be on any type of pitch that
Yeah,
needs to
the
be
key
correct.
the key can be anywhere.
Every
Thing is pool.
I hit 'em with a and then with a
So,
yeah, cause that's just how Grand Poo and Stud Doogie do. You didn't know I was the bomb, baby. Somebody should have told you.
R.I.P. Stud Doogie.
Somebody should have told you.
yeah, so I feel like that was pretty accurate what I was
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, for sure.
It's he's being super playful with the sing song shit. He's being really obviously crafty and like a little crass. but
Well, and we're only doing 2 verses here. We're, rocking into a second chorus, and then we'll let it ride out because the beat's so fire.
Odds we get
Down, no doubt.
yeah, if you made this a 2-minute song with this beat, no one would ever skip this song or the second verse. It's hip hop perfection. It reminds me of like electric relaxation. That's how deep,
Yeah, for sure.
deeply like perfect I find all the sounds, whether it's the beat, the vocals, his delivery, the way he sang shit, his cleverness. It's a 10. It's an unbelievable hip hop song. But that second verse is so playful and different. That's why I feel like DJ Ability just dropped the first verse and the second hook, and then he's like, "I'm out of this bitch." But it still doesn't take away from that what you just heard. Like the vibraphone on that is.
Yeah, the
I don't
vibraphone. Let's talk about it.
I don't think there's a loop more perfect of a vibraphone than maybe Nas. I think
Yeah.
One Love is another vibraphone
For sure.
verse that I can think of, but the way it just do dun 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 and it rings out and then it comes back in. There's no need for a second melody of those vibraphones. It's just that do dun dun dun. over and
Vibraphone
over.
is super underrated. I mean, after we caught
didn't
Roy
get used
Ayers
enough.
one time, remember up at Bumbershoot, and
That's right.
the vibraphone was just insane. You could listen to it all day.
Man, we were lucky. Roy Ayers, Maceo Parker,
I mean, we've seen some legends. Charles Bradley,
Charles
Durando.
Bradley.
Uh,
Oh my God.
Anyway, so actually, you know what? I'm kind of surprised. Brand Nubian, Grand Puba is an artist I've never actually got to do a show with. I've never seen live. It's
never even
one of the
seen-
few that we've done on this entire show since we started that I haven't
Either one of
connected
those
with at some
things.
points. Yeah.
Either one is like seeing him or
I think that East Coast, West Coast, you don't get a lot of the 80s, 90s East Coast out on the West Coast as often. Rakim comes out every once in a while, but we got to see a few
God.
of them. We got to see KRS-One. We got to see some other people in that vein. But what do you think? Or let's talk bopability.
yeah, that's a high probability on this
Ooh,
one.
the quotient of bopability high on this
It's
one.
high. But yeah, again, I'm gonna put that first verse up there with a song like Electric Relaxation or more of like a De La Soul vibe to it too. De La Soul was also playful in this light. They loved either talking about their lifestyle, their cleverness, or the way that they talk to women, and it's just It's unmistakable how smooth this motherfucker is. He's so smooth, and he obviously can go to a point with that stink box line where it's like he hits you in a way where now you have to listen, but he's also just so fucking laid back in the cut that he's just dropping multiple song melodies in the midst of his second verse, and it's like I feel like he's incredibly technical. Yo, what up, Crate Digger? Sorry, we had a little camera cutout, it died, but we're back. So that's kind of my thoughts on Grand Puba, and I like it. But what are your thoughts? How do you feel about after listening to that?
It just reminds me of a fun era of music that I truly love. The like, I don't know how the level it vibrates at, I guess is a way to describe it. Like, it's a low key song. It is one to play in the car on the ride. It is a late night song. It's one of the ones that if I was going to throw it into a mix, it would be at a small bar in a dark room at the end of the night. And
Perfect.
You're playing jams that people are going to start singing along with. And that one's an easy one to sing along with. I like it. And if they know DeBarge, you know, if you have an old enough crowd and you got DeBarge fans in the house, you get some of that flavor too. So I've always found Grand Puba to be like fun and silly, and like I'm not gonna take him in the same light as I'm gonna take like a Rakim or whatever, but I'm gonna have fun with it. And there's always been room in hip hop to be fun and silly as well as like being the most dangerous MC. So
especially when you're choosing this type of instrumental to represent you and as like your singles. If you're dropping this type of instrumental, that's your intention, is to make people feel good and to relax, and not necessarily to represent yourself as anything tough or hard, but as somebody who's likable and that ladies like and like people can relate to in that way. And Grand Puba always checks that box for me. He's fun in a relaxing way, and it's a great tone to all his records.
So we're just here, keeping it cool, keeping it chill, low key. And We Out Here Magazine's creative space here in Portland, Oregon. Shout out to We Out Here. Shout out to Max Smith and Amber and Caso De Niro and everybody in this place.
Right.
Thank you guys for helping us have a space to record. Some beautiful and really dynamic for us. Really works well and helps us out. So massive upgrade, and we're dialing in all the technical stuff as we figure it all out. We've changed it and keep upgrading as we go. So it's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. Like, subscribe, comment, do all the things that you're supposed to do to help us support.
And you like it.
Put the thumbs up. So we got to grab a new record for the next episode. Steez, let's give us a number 1 to 10.
Okay, let's do like 8 this time.
Okay.
I've been pulling bops, YouTube. I just want y'all to comment below on how many bops I pulled from this crate.
All right, so we have maybe our least known song that we've done yet coming up on this next one from Ubiquity Recordings. It's a 12-inch single by the artist Greyboy. The song is "To Know You Is to Love You." Really cool era of music coming from Ubiquity at this era and this 12-inch singles release. So I can't wait to come back. We'll play some Greyboy. We'll talk about some music that you may never have heard of. You may never have heard the artist. So
I'll put you on to something.
Yeah, next time on Crate Diggers. Let's go.
Peace, y'all.
Crate Diggers.
Crate Diggers.